loved the adrenaline rush that came with bull riding. Didn't even mind the travel, to an extent. He got to crisscross the country, taking the sights and the sounds, and there was company when he wanted it and solitude when he didn't. There was a spectacle in the theater of the sport, and at the heart of it there were 8 seconds between him and a bull, and damn but he loved to win that argument. Focus on the ride and nothing else, and the points in the standings took care of themselves. Looks like the gang's all here. He could see the familiar Harper stock provider banner on one of the gates. He could see a woman working the pens behind the chutes, although at first glance she could be mistaken for a slender, half-grown boy. She was Joe Harper's only daughter, and Joe was a retired bull-riding legend who'd won enough to set himself up to breed bucking bulls back in the days when that was nearly unheard of. This was Casey's 5th year on the tour. He figured it for Rowan Harper's 20th, given the rumor that her father had been carting her around various bull-riding circuits since she was 4 years old. You always look for her. Paolo had seen the direction of his gaze. She's interesting. Never seen anyone work harder than she does, man or woman. In Casey's humble opinion, she was also the prettiest thing he'd ever seen. And that included all the models and promoters employed to work the bars and the merchandise kiosks. She had short brown hair and big brown eyes. What little of her there was, she hid beneath baggy jeans and checkered men's shirts. Sometimes her hair reached the tips of her thin shoulders, and other times it looked as if she'd taken to it with a pair of scissors and no mirror. She usually wore a cap with the Harper logo on it, but today she simply wore sunglasses. And gloves, those two. Last year, a girlfriend of one of the riders had commented on Rowan's rough hands and blunt nails, and had pulled a laugh from the Cowboys she'd been standing with. Rowan had been part of the group, and Casey hadn't been the only one to see the flash of hurt in her eyes, or the way she'd shoved her hands in her jean pockets, offered a tight smile, and excused herself shortly thereafter. Leather gloves, the soft, supple ones bull riders wore, had become a workwear staple for her after that. You need to stop looking in her direction, said Paolo next. She doesn't look back. True enough. Except maybe once or twice toward the end of last year, she'd looked his way and held his stare, and started a fire in him that had never quite gone out. And now he was back, and this was his last tour, and maybe he was looking to take something other than memories and money with him when he left. She sent me a phone message when my father was dying. She knew? No, well, not that I know of. She asked after me. Not where the hell are you or what do you think you're doing? No judgment at all, and the lack of it had soothed him, calmed him more than he would have thought possible. It was only 3 words. Did you write back? And say what? Something? Anything? No? No. So the woman you've spent the last, let's say 2 years pining for, reached out to you in your time of need and you didn't write back. I wanted a different kind of start. Not one wrapped in weakness and grief. He'd wanted something else to offer Rowan Harper, but for all his sideways glances, he was still none the wiser as to what she might want. Do you think she has another life besides this one? One where she's not trying to be her father's son? Paolo adjusted his grip on the top rail and looked down at the dirt, as if contemplating the unseen particles of the universe. I know she took a bet in Deadwood one night nearly 10 years back, after she chewed out a rookie for using his spurs wrong. To be fair, the guy didn't know squat and didn't last long. But she got into a pissing contest with him, and the next minute they had one of her daddy's best bucking bulls in a chute, and good money was going down as to whether or not she could show that rookie how it was done. Really? Casey could appreciate a good story set up as well as the next man. What happened? Wasn't her rope, wasn't her glove. She wore the rookie spurs, and someone a little smarter than the rest of them made her wear their vest. That someone might have been me. We had no other safety measures in place, no one else on the ground besides the half-dozen cowboys standing watch. Must have been 3 or 4 a.m. Full moon, no lights. Outdoor arena and a sweet summer night. A helmet? No. It was a setup for catastrophe. And it was one of the most glorious nights.